In this video, we're going to show you how to install the coolant expansion tank on your Dodge Charger located under your hood. Now you only want to tackle this job when the engine is cool. You want to go ahead and open up this cap. The next thing you want to do is go ahead and evacuate the coolant that is in here. We're going to use an extraction pump here. Now at this point here, we have now evacuated most of the fluid out of our expansion tank. I'm going to go ahead and remove our tool and set that aside. Now there's a series of 8mm bolts and screws we need to loosen. One is going to be right here on the air intake tube. Loosen that clamp, and then on the air filter box itself. And on the back side here, we have a vacuum hose. I want to go ahead and twist that off. If you can't twist it off, go ahead and grab your hose pliers. Work that off. Let's go ahead and remove the air filter lid. I'm going to lift that up in the front and then forward. And then pull off the air intake tube. Go ahead and pull out your air filter, set that aside. Now with our air filter removed, let's go ahead and remove the 8mm bolt right here. That's the only bolt holding in our lower box here. Go ahead and lift that up and out. Set that aside. Let's disconnect this hose here. We're going to use our pliers. Slide that off. Use our 10mm socket. We want to loosen and remove the two bolts holding the tank. Right on the bottom side here, we have a lower hose we need to disconnect. Now we did put some towels underneath. We have a catch can underneath the vehicle as well because we are going to lose some coolant. So you want to be prepared for that. Using a pair of pliers, let's go ahead and pinch this here and see if we can slide that clamp back. That is disconnected, so now we can take the tank itself. Going to lower our tank down in a position. Now we did remove our rags and we went ahead and cleaned up all of the spillage that was done. Now we just need to work this hose back into position. All right, we got our hose on. Go ahead and bring our clamp up. With that in position, we can now install the two bolts on top. Go ahead and line up your tank. Get our two bolts started. Let's go ahead and snug these down. Now you just want to gently snug them. This is plastic and you don't want to over torque it and snap it. So once it snugs, just stop. Then we have our upper hose here. Lower your airbox base down into position. Drop in your air filter. Now generally, you can remove this whole unit as one piece. We chose to do it individually. It's time to inspect the air filter anyways, and that helped us to do that. Gently snug that down. Go ahead and take the upper lid, and there are 3 tabs on the back. Insert that down into the brace in the back side. Press that down. Install your 3 screws in the lid. And let's go ahead and snug those down. Just gently snug those once they're seated. Install the air intake tube. Snug that down. You have your vacuum hose on the back side. Simply line that up, wiggle that down into place. Now at this point here, we're all assembled here. We now need to go ahead and fill up our expansion tank to the full line. Now on our newer expansion tank, we want to go ahead and fill it up just below the seam. And you can see on the old one here, it says cold fill, so right at this top of the line. It's roughly about a ½ inch below the seam, and it is on the engine side of our tank. That's why we're showing you on the old one here how high to fill it. So let's go ahead and remove that radiator cap or that pressure cap. Go ahead and place in a clean funnel and use the appropriate antifreeze recommended for the vehicle. Let's add just a tiny bit more. And at this point here, our tank is full. I'm going to install our cap. Make sure that's good and secure. Now that we have our cap secured, you want to go ahead and check for any leaks. If there's no leaks there, you want to go ahead and take the vehicle for a road test. If there are any leaks, you want to go ahead and address those as necessary.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.